push this. He's gonna try to push this off the board.
And he does! What a shot by Jamie Graham! The and one!
Get off my board!
For the win. In fact, it's over!
Now Mark Richards has to hit an airmail.
Hits it on the backside.
It's going to be two to win it for Smith and Richards. The greatest team that the sport has ever seen. Watch this again.
6 days of constant cornhole at the World Championships, and we finally made it to the finals here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, at the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. It's been an incredible almost a week here as we've watched so many matches get down to the finalists, and this is where all the pressure lies. Looking around the venue here, we've got all kinds of events still going on, different tiers playing all around us, but on our court, we'll be coming down to the finalists for women's, seniors, and juniors as we welcome you down into the booth. I'm Mish, and I'm joined by the Professor Anthony Ione. And Anthony, it all comes down to this: women's, seniors, juniors, singles, and then we have seniors and juniors doubles coming to you guys today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, my thought, we reached Saturday. Saturday is a big day for us, and like you were saying, we have narrowed the field in all the formats, and we got a picture of what these finals are going to look like, and now it is time to crown some champions.
I can't wait. So that's what we're going to do today on our court. We got more champions to crown later today on broadcast and tomorrow as we wrap up the World Championships. But first, let's kick off with women's singles. We've got Peyton Haynes on your left and Sarah Cassidy on the right. Peyton Haynes having herself a pretty good week, but Sarah Cassidy, man, was she impressive. Just in even pro singles yesterday, Anthony. You got to catch a lot of that while I was getting ready for the broadcast.
Oh, man, you nailed it. Sarah Cassidy was really the storyline of pro singles. Comes out of the gate, game one, takes down Matt Guy, then backs that up with a win over Tony Smith. Up 14-4 on none other than Mark Richards, the #1 seed in the bracket. Now, Mark does what Mark does, you know, where he works his way through the bracket, slowly chipped his way back into that one. Sarah got to 17 before Mark ended up winning that one, but we were sitting here for a second going, oh my goodness, are we going to see Sarah Cassidy as a Final Four in Rock Hill?
That would be such an incredible upset, an amazing storyline to have a female in that top four. It's only happened one other time, and that was actually my very first World back in 2021. But Sarah, man, impressive run. We'll see if she can keep it going. Going to be a tough opponent with Peyton Haynes. We know Peyton has some shots that we don't see as much in the women's division. So we'll see if that plays into it here today.
Sarah Cassidy, left side of your screen there in the red hat. And we just kind of look at her path to this point to get Peyton Haynes in the bracket. It was 5 wins to take down that bracket. She took down Paula Avila out of the gate, only got 8 points. Lori Duell, Mary Tao, who's had an unbelievable pro season here in 2026, and Deborah Odom in the bracket final. And Sarah Cassidy ran through that one 22-5, so really yet to be tested. And I think a player like Peyton Haynes is that player that could do it.
Peyton had a bag off to the left, and so Sarah will strike first with 2 points. Going to see a lot of bags in the hole, Anthony.
Yeah, a lot of bags in the hole. Sarah Cassidy typically known to be more of a bag runner, but the key to Sarah Cassidy was actually in this building last year, 2025 World's Pro Qualifier. She showed us how she had added to her bag this roll bag that was actually a big part of her being able to re-qualify to be a pro. So Peyton Haynes has been known a while to have that roll bag in her back pocket, but don't look past Sarah Cassidy, and she highlighted that roll bag a few times against Mark Richards in that match. Now she's going to favor the airmail, but she will come out with the roll bag when she needs it.
Another miss from Peyton Haynes gives Sarah another 2, make it 4-0 in round number 3. And there's that miss again. She's gonna back up at that miss with a block center. Sarah able to knock that in. She goes slightly off to the left, but then Peyton goes all the way out to the right, completely out of play. And Sarah does a great job of grabbing that bag and bringing it back in, and this is gonna be 4.
Yeah, this is not the Peyton Haynes we saw in bracket play. I was actually fortunate enough to call a bunch of her matches on the stream, and looking at her path, goes undefeated in her bracket. First game against Autumn Bushman, 22-6. She skunks her next opponent, Jasmine Pervette. She pulls a Maylin De La Cruz, and then in the finals, which actually made it pretty unique, Rosie Streaker, because both ladies tied at the number 8 position in Pro Women's. Whoever won that match ends up getting invited to the Invitational. So
I
with
forgot
that win,
about that.
Yeah, and it ended up being a bracket final, which actually played out perfectly.
I completely forgot about that wild card. I was going to file that away, so I didn't forget, but man, that's so interesting. So Peyton Haynes will play in the Pro Invitational. That'll happen tomorrow. Peyton drops everything in, and now Sarah's bag is left into the side of the hole, which she's going to take a step out here. Slick side down. Unfortunately, bag in hand is off to the left and out of play, and now Peyton has a chance to get on the board, and she does.
First time seeing the slick side of that bag for Sarah Cassidy. Sarah Cassidy, one of those players who only steps out when she absolutely needs to. She's pretty comfortable tight to the board. And that's a way to work your way back into this game for those out there. Get your opponent to move in the box. Anytime you can get them to get off that board where they're really comfortable being dead center, you start changing angles on them, and that is an opportunity for you to work your way, and that's where you're going to get your mistakes.
So the biggest thing we're seeing here with Peyton is just not taking advantage of misses. Sarah's first bag was off to the right, and then Peyton follows. And now there's a good chance she won't score on this round, and you're not going to get many misses like that from Sarah. This is not round limited, Roy. This is my last day. Tomorrow will just be broadcast, so no live streaming here. But I will be back tonight. So we have the Tier 1 singles later on tonight. That'll be my very final live stream.
We did have 4 brackets in women's, so we took that final 4. We already played off the semis. What was that, yesterday or a couple days ago? So a shout out to the other 2 ladies that won their bracket. Kara McKay really shocked me over there. I got to call a couple of her matches as well. Runs the bag at a high rate. I mean, we're talking mid-10s and a ridiculous airmail to go with it. She came up short to Sarah Cassidy in that semifinal. And how about Elizabeth Tennyson taking down her bracket? But Peyton Haynes came in gas and got her 21-8 in that semifinal match.
Wow. So Sarah's bag's out of play on the left. We'll see if Peyton can capitalize and get herself a couple points here. And is able to get all bags in this time. Give her 2 more, make it 8-4, round number 7. Why am I leaving? I got jobs. I got some jobs. Got to get to. I actually get started next week, so no time to waste. Appreciate that, Roy. Now Peyton will continue throwing first bag, and she's going to put up that block that seems to be working. And that bag is out of play now for Sarah on the back of the hole. So the block is working as long as Peyton can continue put the rest of her bags in. She seems to be able to pick up a couple points each time. Oh, great job for Sarah to use that bag in the back and go to the back side of the hole. When do we find out who won the commentator role? I have no idea. I'm sure they'll let you know. Oh my goodness, and that bag skips over and give Peyton 4 and tie it up at 8.
Not the Sarah Cassidy that we saw in the singles bracket against, we were talking about Mark Richards, and I was just looking that up. Check this out, Mish. 8 of 9 of her first 9 rounds were 4-baggers.
Wow.
She missed 1 bag in 9 rounds of play
Was
to start
she being
that game.
blocked, though? Because she is getting blocked.
Oh, no, and that's the thing. Mark Richards came out running bags with her.
Yeah.
And when it was 15-4, we're like, At what point do you say, hey, I'm going to try and block Sarah Cassidy because she is just up the middle. Mark Richards committed to the running bags, and it actually ended up playing out. He did throw a few late blocks, but it was actually Sarah Cassidy that was throwing blocks before he was throwing blocks with the lead, and we're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Intentionally, or you think they just came up short?
I think the speed over here, you got this door. We're right by the door in the venue. You got some warmth and heat coming through there, and everything started to slow down.
That makes more sense. So you saw Peyton's first bag. She tried to put up that block again since it has been working, but it wasn't quite center. But it looks like she was able to work it back in, and now Sarah has 2 bags off towards the back of the hole again. Give Peyton 4 more and the lead.
And these are different bags than we were watching Sarah Cassidy throw in singles yesterday. She had these all pink bags.
Was that her dark set, maybe? And this is the light set?
That would have been the dark. That would have been considered the dark set.
So I wonder, is Peyton seated higher? No, it can't be, right? I wonder who's seated higher and chose, because if Sarah was cooking with the pink.
Yeah, Sarah Cassidy, #1 seed in the women's pro division. Remember, Peyton tied at 8, so yeah, it would have been Sarah Cassidy's choice. But again, you get here in the morning, you know, you have different conditions than you had in the evening. It's going to play a little bit faster in the day, in the morning, and then as the day progresses and you add 1,000 bodies to the venue, you know, you start to slow things down a little bit.
And now Peyton's got 2 bags to the right, and she's out of bags. So Sarah can sneak in the left side and grab herself 4 points back. And she's unable to. She knocks in Peyton's, make it a wash.
Sarah trying to pick up a couple more points there on a little hop bag. She could have went on for 2, but wanted 4. She got a good-sized crowd around us here for the women's singles final.
As there should be.
See Brett Guy in the house.
Oh, Jake Brandon in the chat. I think the pink set is also light. Mark was throwing dark blue bags. There's no way that was a dark set. No clue why she's throwing these. All right.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, Mark had that dark blue set.
Welcome in, Connie. Always good to see you in the chat.
Sarah Cassidy with the ridiculous air mail. She's going to go up on this and not. She's going to back block. Oh, that was a roll attempt. Sarah Cassidy is roll bag. It almost looks like a slide shot. It's not fully backloaded like you typically see, but it's just got enough backload where it hits the board at the same angle as the board, and you get this bounce out of it.
Oh, and Peyton goes for the push. It just hangs up right in front of the hole.
Can't tell if there's one kind of hiding under there. Let's see what they register. But here's that slick side. So you got 2 blues. When it comes in, you see, yeah, 3 blues. Yeah, there's one definitely hiding underneath the slick bag.
That was a wash, and we'll get you guys a round 11 PPR check. 10.2 for Peyton Haynes, 9.8 for Sarah Cassidy. That is definitely not the PPRs we were seeing from Sarah throughout the week. Always in the high 10s, and that at that point, Peyton soars off the back of the board, and now they each have 1 off to the left. But Sarah still a chance to grab 3 here. She can put all her bags in.
Ah, that's going to sting. Your Peyton Haynes off the back and 1 to the left. Sarah Cassidy was in position to get 5, and she's going to come up short here. Oh my goodness, now you got in just to get that 3. She was going to get 5. She might only get 1.
Going up. Uh-oh. From 5 to none.
No way, Mish. Come on. You got 1 off the back. You got a bumper on the left. I mean, for Sarah Cassidy, that is a layup. That round 10, excuse me, that round 11 is going to sting a little bit. That should be a lead change at 13-12.
Put a pin in it. That's a Jeff McCarriger thing. Put a pin in it. Come back to this round. And the block works. So the block center from Peyton Haynes is doing a great job of deflecting Sarah off to the side. The key here for Peyton is being able to put all her other bags in the hole to grab her too. She leaves that one on the left, but that's as good as in.
Oh,
Do you think that could have gone in without the blue?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, that definitely could have got in. So she threw, when you throw that roll condition, you can't, as an inside arm righty, the left side pops up. So it's just going to lift it, and that's the way to work over that blue bag. Man, things just not going well for Sarah Cassidy. She has multiple opportunity to get points, but also a lot of unforced errors. No blocks, nothing in her way. Just kind of spraying a few out to the left or right.
Well, Peyton has been consistently doing the level 1 block on bag 1, and it has been working at least to get that first bag off. But then seeing Sarah make some unforced errors in addition to that, but that was a great bag to collect on the right side and save herself from giving any points this round.
If anyone's going to come back, though, 14-8 against a Peyton Haynes, it is going to be Sarah Cassidy. I mean, if we're talking about the best woman in the pro division, Sarah Cassidy is definitely going to be in that discussion.
Yeah, we're not round limited, so there's not the pressure here. You could chip away at this, 2 here, 2 there. It's just you have to capitalize when you have those opportunities, and we saw that round where it could have been 5. We'd be looking at a very different game at the moment, but we'll see if Sarah can get back into it, and if Peyton keeps putting those level 1 blocks. It's hard to put a block there center every single bag, or every single round, bag 1.
You know, Misha, if we talk about the best female in the pro division, I think the only other player that's even in the discussion is a Cameron Belvin, and that's because of her success that she had in doubles this year. So you were talking Sarah Cassidy or Cameron Belvin only, and I would probably give Sarah Cassidy the edge with her success in singles. But, man, some impressive stuff from Cameron Belvin, really breaking some records. It's only Cheyenne Bubenheim, the only other female to ever end up in the top 10 of the pro division. Good hit, meanwhile, from Peyton Haynes.
She did drag Sarah's bag in the front of the hole, so in here for the wash. Just not herself. Missed airmail off the back of the board. Give Peyton 3 more. This game's running away.
Well, those blankets might give you an indication of the temperature in the room. It is chilly, and those boards are going to feel that cold temperature. Things are going to speed up a little bit. You're Sarah Cassidy. You got to take that mistake there and go get yourself 2.
Well, she knows Peyton's going to put up that block bag 1, and I guess you have to think at some point she's going to keep missing. You're not going to hit that block perfectly every single time. It's just a matter of, can Sarah grab a couple points when she does miss? All right, there we go. There's 2. It's been a while since she's scored. Now we'll see if the momentum shifts over to her direction.
Yeah, Sarah Cassidy's been stuck on 8 since round 3.
I thought it had to be pretty early on there. Just didn't have it open in front of me. It's got to feel good to say, all right, there. But there's that block from Peyton. She hit that 1 center. This has been working to deflect Sarah's bag off. That time, not so bad.
Sarah with the ridiculous airmail or the roll. I think she's gonna, she's gonna back block now. I was thinking roll or airmail. I don't see a need to back block a back block a back block.
How many was that?
That is a lot of back blocks.
I'm surprised you said that perfectly every time, not black block.
Now you shoot it if you're Sarah Cassidy.
There it is. That's the Sarah Cassidy we know. And there's the Peyton Haynes we know.
Let's take a look at that sequence. These ladies showing us what the airmail looks like. Bang, got the first one. This was a much needed airmail for Sarah Cassidy, not only to keep the points, but really from a confidence level, something to feed off of. But Peyton Haynes has been relentless with that level one and then using the airmail over the top.
17-10, Peyton Haynes in the lead, round 17. And someone in the YouTube chat asking, when do the commentators change? He's had us for exactly 20 minutes. It's ready for us to go.
Maybe they're thinking mic check. I don't know. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not swapping them out.
Sorry to disappoint you. You're stuck with Anthony and I for all these finals matches, and then it'll be Jake and I later tonight for Tier 1 singles.
And actually, Sarah Cassidy, right there in the red hat, she made the pro women's, actually it's not pro, it's open.
It was open women's, correct.
Doubles final as well. So she's going to be going for 2 world championships here at the 2026. It was her old partner, Cheyenne Bubenheim, going to be taking on Lori Dool and Miranda Coy, and that one actually goes to the broadcast tonight.
Sarah Cassidy in trouble as Peyton grabs 2 more points, and that was just an unforced error. Hole was open. And now Peyton sitting on 19. No mistakes for Sarah. She is no stranger to being at the World Championship. She's got a lot of success here, many titles. World Championship is on the line. Can Sarah stay in it? All bags in for Peyton. Had to be in, and it was. We'll continue on into round number 19.
And if we talk of career-wise, Sarah Cassidy could probably cover an entire wall in her room with titles.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Peyton Haynes making a move this year. She did take down one of the women's events earlier in the season, but this World Championship would certainly be her biggest victory and biggest accolade. Huge win for her if she can take down Sarah Cassidy.
She does have a bag off to the left. Sarah has a possibility of getting a couple points here, and now that bag's off to the right, and there is a lane. Sarah can go in here for 4. And it stops up short. She's only going to get 2.
My goodness. I want to see the slick side of the bag right there, Mish. You got bumpers left and right. Guarantee yourself speed coming through. You're going to get all that hole friendliness. Remember we said put a pin in round 13. That was a 5 spot that she was gifted. There's a 4 right there. This should be a tie bag game at 19s.
I'm not sure why she didn't elect to go to the slick side. I don't think the boards are playing super fast. I'm not sure what the worry was there.
They're definitely not, and Peyton Haynes is showing us she's been able to just lay that level 1 block with ease.
Peyton going slick side here. She's going to try to pull that bag over to the center. Not able to do so. She's got 2 off to the right side. And Sarah follows off to the right. You can see the frustration on Sarah's face there. She doesn't give us a lot, but there's a little.
It's not a terrible miss, though. She's going to prevent the push, force the airmail. Oh, my goodness.
Peyton Haynes goes for the airmail drag, Anthony.
Didn't even think about it, fires it right away, and that's actually a tough drag. Just a little corner sitting there at the 3 o'clock. Peyton Haynes' airmail has been on point here in this women's final.
Peyton Haynes also made it in mixed doubles. That'll be later on. So a lot of success for her this week at Worlds.
That is alongside Zach Aiken. And they're going to be taking on Gina Ramirez and Chris Roybal in that final out of Arizona.
So you've got basically two really close friends versus family. Which way
Tia.
will it go? Yeah,
Tia.
exactly. Tia, Gina.
Oh my goodness, deja vu, the exact same setup. And Sarah Cassidy said, I'm not back blocking this one. That didn't work last time. I don't think you could place those bags any more identical than the previous round. She's not going to airmail. We're going to get a step out.
Oh, she bumped it. It's going to go. Still moving, and there it goes. Saved herself from giving up 6. It'll be 4 more for Sarah.
Sarah saying, I'm not back blocking this one. I'm going to work the left side of that hole, and without the back block, that had Peyton Haynes aborting that airmail and saying, hey, I'm going to try and slip into the side, not working out. Mish, remember that 5 in round 13?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Cassidy sitting on 16.
It's just surprising the way that she's been playing this week. Look, there's mistakes. It happens. It's just not something we expected coming into this. We knew it would be a battle, but just a lot of mistakes that we haven't seen from Sarah leading up to this.
Sarah sitting on top of that bag is key. That's not going to be draggable on an airmail.
Oh, Peyton Haynes' airmail is just crazy right now. I love the no hesitation. I love the confidence. And even on the walk over from her last round, I saw her look over to the audience there and laugh and smile about something. So you see her locked in when she's throwing, but she's able to be loose as well. And now we're going to see a timeout as Sarah figures out her next move. And we'll do a PPR check after this round so you guys can see where they're at.
Here's the deal. We know Peyton Haynes is shooting it.
Oh, absolutely.
Has she missed an airmail? Maybe one airmail this game. So here's the key. If you are not in the hole for Sarah Cassidy, Peyton Haynes is going to have a winning airmail, walk-off airmail in her hand.
I'm not giving her that opportunity. I don't have to.
Now remember, Sarah Cassidy does have that roll bag, and she doesn't even need to make it. If she can get up onto the pile and lay somewhere around the hole, that's going to prevent the airmail from Peyton Haynes. There is life. She's hanging. That is an airmail at the 3 o'clock for the win.
Going up. Oh my goodness, she grabbed a little of Sarah's bag. There's the first missed airmail, I believe, from Peyton Haynes. She's been so good with that, but at least bag stays on.
Oh my goodness, walk-off airmail in the hand for Peyton Haynes in a world championship. A little bit left on her mark. But she's going to keep this 3-point lead as we work our way into round 23.
Sarah with first bag, and that is off to the back. That could be it. It does have a little bit over the red zone, but it's not ideal. And there's that first bag block that Peyton Haynes been doing just about every single round, and it works. That's okay, that bag's off to the right unless Sarah's able to drag that bag. Peyton in a good position here.
You gotta lay a deep level 1 block in the hole is not going to be good if you're Sarah Cassidy.
And now Peyton's bag's off to the left as well. They're both over the red zone though, so don't count it out yet.
You want to just wedge right up in there, not in the hole, sit real short. Perfect bag. This is going to be a tough push. She's going to roll it.
Oh my, it needed one more rotation. One more rotation and that bag is in. She can't believe it's sitting straight up.
Let's take a look at that walk-off rollback. She's had a walk-off airmail opportunity. Now here's a walk-off roll. Oh, and it just gets stuck like Mish was saying. One more rotation, and we're going to watch that in for the win. Sarah Cassidy gets off the hook there in round 23 with 2 bags out to the right and left. Oh, my goodness.
We'll get a PPR check. Peyton has definitely been the better performer in this match. Don't look at the PPRs. I don't think that really reflects how well Peyton's been playing. That's a 9.5 for her, a 9.39 for Sarah. But just not able to close it out. We'll see if she can do something in this round.
Maybe she's looking to clean all this up for the win.
She can't believe it again. Bag goes over the hole. There's a timeout from Sarah. She's going to make her sit in that miss.
Again, Sarah Cassidy options here. We haven't really seen her hit that roll bag successfully yet. The air mail's been kind of mid, you know, nothing crazy there. Bag 3, I like a roll out of Sarah Cassidy, but it's got to be good. I mean, something center at least. You don't want to spray left or right. Slick side in the hand. She's just going to clean up Mish.
Oh no, and it's a front board. Now Peyton's going to take a timeout. We're going to see our official grab the bag out of the way. And now Peyton definitely has a chance to close this out. She's had many opportunities. Got to be able to finish. She's going to take some deep breaths. She knows this is for the championship right here. A lot of pressure on these last 2 bags. And that bag's off to the right. So we're looking at a 3-on-2 in favor of Peyton, and they both just laugh. They just can't believe this is what's happening. This is the finals of women's championship game on the line, and the bags are just not working for them.
How many lives can you have in one match? Sarah Cassidy somehow still in this.
Yeah, she's the cat with 9 lives for sure.
I mean, she doesn't even need to be in. She could just be on and get out of this with a 4-3. That would be Peyton Haynes now needing to get her bag in to win it again.
I honestly think the laughing was probably good for them. It probably shifted the state a little bit.
I like a step out here and a replace. Basically push that white bag to the left in, leave your throw bag, deep block jamming up the hole. There's a split there, Mish.
There's a possibility. Slick side down. Oh, that's not hard enough, and a little bit to the right. And just like you said, Anthony, that's a 4-on-3.
Are you kidding me?
I bet all the women they played to get here are like, why couldn't you play like this when I played you? You were giving me no opportunities to score.
Mish, at this point, you have given, again, arguably the #1 female in the game right here, way too many chances if you're Peyton Haynes.
So she was putting that first bag as a block. That bag is actually going to just go right on in. Uh-oh, did she throw out a turn? Okay, we're good. Sarah thought she had first bag, just clarifying with the official. Able to go in. Looks like Peyton's just going to run bags this round. I like this better than going for the block, Anthony. Let Sarah have a miss on her own. Make sure your bags go in. And there's a social. 20-16, round 26. Peyton Haynes in the lead. Curious to see if she elects to go for a block here or will continue to put all her bags in. She did not go out of turn. Peyton got 1 point on that last round. It was 20-16 instead of 19-16. So Peyton was first bag. And that bag comes up short right.
Yeah, that was that bag in the dirt, right? I think Sarah Cassidy threw it short. Was that the round? Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes we forget when the first bag is short that happened. Oh my goodness, that was risky. Goes for the back block and Peyton's bag moves but doesn't fall. That could have been game.
She did backload that one a little bit. And again, Sarah Cassidy's roll bag, it's not obvious that it's a roll bag.
It's like a lift or a fade or.
Yeah, it's look at the angle of the board. That is the angle of her bag. It's just very gradual. And that's an 11-degree angle that we have on the board. So she's not doing it like 40 degrees. She's just 11 degrees, just barely top-loaded.
Just enough. That bag is moving on the back of the hole. I think it's going to go on the next couple bags here. And there it goes. All bags in. Oh, a little applause from the audience. The first time they interacted with them.
Cassidy handling the pressure very well. I mean, how tough is it to throw that must be in to stay alive bag? And she's done it multiple rounds in a row. Cassidy looking to get that lead bag back so she can make her move.
There's the block. Peyton's been doing a great job landing that block center, and it has been working to deflect Sarah off to the right, which has happened. Now the question is, can Peyton continue to put her bags in the hole? Because she has the opportunity to close this out with this round yet again. That one is in, and now we'll get a timeout from Sarah. She's got to figure out what she's going to do, because if that bag goes in for Peyton, the game is over.
Yeah, Peyton on for 10. I think you just, I mean, you're pretty much cooked, but shoot it now and hope for a miss.
That's all you can do. She's been getting those extra lives. Will she get another one here? And that bag is off. Peyton Haynes in for the win, and she does it. Peyton Haynes can't believe it. She had so many opportunities to close it out, and she is your 2026 Women's Singles World Champion. Congratulations, Peyton. Great job there. Able to close it out. All of that due to those level 1 blocks she was doing consistently. Takes down Sarah Cassidy. She's going to get her trophy that is well deserved. And she's getting all her pictures. She's taking in the moment, Anthony. Well deserved, Peyton Haynes. It was due. All right. Well, she'll get her picture. She'll get her trophy. We have more coming at you. Next up will be senior singles. That will be Matt Guy versus Frank Motlin. It'll be a long one, I imagine, and probably a much cleaner board than what we just saw, but it'll be a good one. So we will take a quick break and bring you senior singles right after this.
Camping World, we're making RV ownership easier than ever. When shopping for your next RV, Camping World Clear Price ensures the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises, just clear, upfront pricing every time. And we're lowering the price of RV maintenance and install nationwide, because the easier and more affordable we make RV ownership, the more time you spend camping. Camping World, customers first, customers forever.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Today is your day, a day to rise, to make your mark, to move forward. What you build becomes part of your story, your land, your livelihood, your legacy. Kubota.
Eye bags, dark spots, wrinkles.
There's one product that can fight them all.
Only one.
Particle face cream.
ParticleMin.com.
Engineered for men, made for our skin,
And backed by science, and it actually works.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off.
1 minute in the morning.
And 1 minute at night.
Super easy.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. ParticleMin.com.
And we welcome you back into Rock Hill, South Carolina for the 2026 World Championships here at the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. I'm Mish, joined by Anthony, and we'll continue going with our senior singles final. Matt Guy versus Frank Maudlin. Been a minute since we've seen Frank Maudlin on the court, Anthony. I kept watching his bracket. I was like, Frank, are you gonna do it? We miss you down here, and you're able to get it done, so. Has a tough opponent in Matt Guy. Matt Guy playing seniors for the first time this season. And I bet the other seniors want him out, as he's been dominant all season long.
Yeah, speaking of that bracket, we can kind of walk you through Maudlin's run here. And yeah, like you said, an OG guy, been around forever. Haven't seen him a bunch like we used to. I feel like we were constantly seeing him in the Final Fours of all formats, doubles, pro singles.
One of the best airmailers. He would never miss an airmail. I remember coming into this ACL in 2021 and watching Frank Maudlin hit every airmail. And he's got a roll bag with a game changer. I was always so surprised by that.
Yeah, he goes undefeated in his bracket to make his way here to Matt Guy. And man, I called actually a Matt Guy game yesterday. He played Jeff Reynolds. It was absolutely insane. You got to give some respect to Jeff Reynolds because he hung in there. But Matt Guy started the game with 39 out of 40 bags in the hole.
Jeez.
At one point, he was throwing an 11-8 deep into that game, and Jeff Reynolds was right there with him. Jeff Reynolds was throwing like an 11-1, 11-2, and was down only like 4 or 5 points.
That's impressive to have someone miss one bag and only be down that many points. How long till senior doubles finals? Well, after this, we'll have the junior singles, and then we'll hop over to the senior doubles and then the junior doubles. So I have no idea how long this game will take, but it will be after the junior finals, which comes after this. Bag has been spun. These will be our first live bags. And I don't know if we'll be seeing blocks like we did from Peyton.
Yeah, much different style of play that we're going to get out of these guys. And it's typical of the senior division. They love to run bags, and as we say that right out of the gate, and honestly, if you're playing against a guy like this in the green shirt, Matt Guy, you do not want to give him an open hole.
Especially with a bumper to the right.
Matt Guy can pour more bags in the hole than anyone in the building on an open hole. So I would love the strategy if Frank Maudlin came out of here trying to block up the hole on a level 1.
Well, he stepped out. He wanted to grab the bag on the right and bring it in. It does not work. Now he has 2 bags right around the red zone. They, of course, are on slick side, which helps. Not sure if he's going to go for that collect again. It looks like he is. Here comes another full step out. And if you recall, Frank Maudlin was one of those players that had a step over. So he finished his throw over the line, and then when that rule changed, he had to adjust his throw. And there goes the bag on the right. I don't know. Oh, and there goes the one. That's why you throw game changers slick side, Anthony. That's what happens.
Oh, those look like they were greased up a little bit, man. That thing came all the way back. Frank Maudlin going to want no part of trying to collect that bag for a 3rd time.
Did kind of bring it over, but obviously not enough to go in. And he is going to concede 2 points if Matt Guy can get this one in, which he does. Give him 2.
That guy has been competing at this sport at the top level for over 2 decades. There is nobody in the building who has been playing competitive level cornhole longer than Matt Guy.
That is accurate. However, the mental game is newer to him. For as long as he's been playing cornhole, he has not put in the time into the mental game into the last couple years. And he actually came up to me on, when did this whole thing start? Monday night? And told me he just spent the last 2 weeks leading up to this just working mental, not even worrying about running bags, just trying to have that mental game down coming in the World Championships. And he said he was feeling really good.
Both guys going to be electing to use the fast side of the bag as their standard bag.
And it goes over the hole. And I would think because they're fast side players, Frank could just flip the bag over, throw it normal, and then that could theoretically be a block. I don't know if he'll do it, but I feel like it would work.
Notice that circle right there on the bag of Frank Monlin. That's actually a patch of suede. It's a very high friction material. So he's got two materials on one side of the bag. It's the only bag that does that, but that patch will slow his speed down.
And the official is coming out on the court to tell them something.
Usually when the official comes out to talk to Frank Modlin, he's stepping over the foul line, but now that he doesn't step anymore, I don't know what they would be talking about.
I see LeVar sort of motioning forward, though.
Yeah, we haven't had any issues with the clock. These boys are running at a good pace. Nobody is stepping.
So there's some kind of score change. There was a foot foul. You said that's not what it was.
Yeah, he hasn't been stepping, so I don't know how he must have set up on the line. Now, that was just a warning out of the gate, so Frank Monlin out of foot fouls, essentially.
I think they did make him change the score, though. I saw Matt do something on the scoreboard, but I was looking forward and not down to see what the score was prior.
So yeah, good call, good call.
Maybe the chat knows what it was before, but I did see Matt adjust something.
Yeah, he must have just set up on the line because he's not stepping at all. Frank Monlin definitely going to drip. We saw how slippery that bag was, so watch that white bag just fall.
That's it.
Those are going to go. He kind of pinned himself, but those are deep feet in the water. Frank Monlin just going to push through all this.
Okay, so the chat's saying that he started walking too early. So that may have been what it was. So what happened was Frank Monlin stepped over the line and started walking before the bag landed on the board, and that is considered a foot foul. But you see Frank, well, I don't know if you guys could see it in your screen, but he went over to LeVar and said, it's not a big deal, with a smile, pat him on the back. He's not going to give him a hard time for calling the rules. So it was 4-0, changed to 7-0. So it was 3 more points. That bag was dead.
So these boys have already played a semifinal match. Similar to the ladies, we had 4 senior brackets. So let's give a shout out to the other 2 bracket winners, George Fundle and our guy, Steve Schrader.
Truck driver.
Check out this score, Mish. It was 22-20. Steve Schrader was 1 point away from a senior world title attempt. And he was actually up 18-16, and Modlin came back to win that after being tied at 20s.
Wow. And that bag stops in front of the hole. You're going to see a step out from Matt. That is one of his shots. He has a good get around. He's got, of course, the airmail. But this one is just as good typically for him, but that one actually is too far to the left. Knocks Frank's bag in, and now Matt has one out of play, so a chance for Frank to get on the board. In for 4. Put him on the board.
Wow, that is a gift A gifted extra 2 points on the miss from Matt Guy, and that is rare on an open hole. A much needed 4 points for Frank Modlin early in this match.
Makes me wonder if Matt was thinking about his miss on his step out, which maybe caused the second miss. But we'll never know. We're not in his head. Tyler, if your opponent doesn't call it, it shouldn't matter, just my opinion. I guarantee you're alone on that. The entire cornhole world begged to have rules and officials. So I don't think it works that way. Woo! That was slick side bags, wrap around the hole and in. Oh, up and over. That's a Matt Guy special there. You put a block, he's going over.
And that is the key to beating Matt Guy. He cannot lay off of an airmail over a level 1. He got a little bit better this year. He was really using his step outs well, but he's so good at the airmail. There's high confidence.
Oh, he's as confident in his airmail, I think, as he is his slide.
Oh, those are facts. And if we had an airmail tournament right now in this building, you're going to see Matt Guy in the final.
Absolutely, and there's a good push through for Frank, but Matt's bag, his missed airmail, actually took Frank's bag off the board. Matt stays on, so he's going to have a 10 on 9. Give him 1.
Let's take a look at that little push from Frank Modlin. And that's the thing with those fast bags, the fast side of that material, you're a little bit right or left, and that thing is zipping off the back. So you have to have a perfect line, and that was perfect.
What bag is Frank using? It's got to be Game Changers. He created them.
Looking at bracket play, Mish, I was curious how well Matt Guy threw in bracket play. And like we were talking about, this guy runs bags at high rate. An 11.06 in bracket play.
Absolutely
Not just
insane.
a game.
Yeah, overall.
All the games.
Mm-hmm. All bags in. This one in for a wash and a social. And it is. Score remains 8-4, round number 7 in favor of Matt Guy. You talked about the level 1 being a guaranteed airmail from Guy and your chance to get some points. I don't know if we'll see that from Frank, at least not on purpose.
When he starts flipping that bag over to the patch, we're going to know for sure that he is trying to block Matt Guy and force airmails.
Matt Guy's normal slide shot is so high. It seems like it's pretty close to his airmail already. Kind of like Colin Hodet's bag being a constant sort of backloaded bag, which is what makes him the roll king.
Yeah, he's throwing the slick side of that bag. I mean, that's the only way to control that speed, because if you start moving your spot down the board, you front lip every once in a while, and it's like, it's not worth it. So you got to raise the loft.
Raise the loft he does. He's hitting about the Stevie logo to go up and in, but he is dead center every time. What? Colin Hodet, you in there? Then you know. That's why you're the roll king. In for the social. So it looks like Frank Modlin has decided he's just going to run bags with that guy. I don't know about that working long term, but we'll see.
Not a good strategy, Mish.
Well, it's the one he's elected. At least is what it appears to be. Well, we know Matt Guy's never going to block, so he's going to put all his bags in the hole. So what will Frank Maudlin do to slow him down? Otherwise, we'll be here for 72 rounds, and the game will never end.
Yeah, that got me looking into the stat, Mish. Let's compare Frank Maudlin's PPR and bracket to Matt Guy's PPR and bracket.
Okay.
How about a difference of 2 points?
No.
A 9.2 for Frank Maudlin.
Don't use that strategy, Frank. I don't like it for you.
And Matt Guy was over in 11.
Frank Maudlin had a bag off to the left there. It was a clean board when it happened, so that is just a mistake on his side. And now Matt Guy has a bumper, some insurance on the left side to go in, and he does. This in to give up 2. Frank making sure he doesn't step over before the bag hits the board. Oh, Stephen Bernasette's bag was even higher than Matt Guy's.
Oh, my goodness.
That thing was hitting the rafters.
Yeah, and he threw the fastest possible bag out there. I think the slow side of his bag was as fast as the fast side of these guys' bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernasette used to throw a 10-11 bag, if there was such a thing.
Yeah, if that existed, he wanted it.
Nah, but he did throw like a 9-10 bag, man. He wanted both sides fast.
That's my nightmare. Bag from Maudlin was intended to go in, but it stops up short right. Step out from Matt. This is that get around shot. He's so good at this step out. He has no problem moving in the box. And now that bag stops up short for Frank on the right. Now 2 bags over there, although I'd say with those bags on the slick side, the first one's as good as in, and there it is.
Coincidentally, we just coming off the ladies' match, we were talking about Sarah Cassidy's first match in pro singles. And who did she play? This guy here in the green shirt, Matt Guy. It was Sarah Cassidy who knocked Matt Guy down to the loser's bracket out of the gate in pro singles main.
Up and in, and I wonder how she did it. I didn't get to watch it. I don't know if she was putting up blocks or if Matt was just off. Slick side down collect doesn't happen. That's going to be 6. And just like that, we're at 16-4, and that's why you don't run this game with Matt.
This is what Matt Guy does. Look at that deep block. I mean, you got a white bag over the red zone, essentially a foot in the water. He's like, I'm still shooting it, bro.
Of course he is.
Most guys at the pro level would just push through that. They would just push through and guarantee 2. Nah, Frank Maudlin's going to go over the top and get 6.
Well, Matt has that, obviously that softer throw. That's why he throws the slick side. So I would imagine the pushes would be a lot tougher. Now, we've seen him do it, but he's not going to be like those juniors who are pushing 3 bags in, throwing the rockets.
Yeah, if we made the Mount Rushmore for cornhole, you will see that face on it for sure. Matt Guy in the green jersey.
And there is
legend.
And that was a block. That was an intentional block from Frank Maudlin. As you see, he flipped the bag over. It was on the slow side. And now we're going to see an airmail show.
Until Frank's last bag. And then he's going to have to go try and push that thing. Watch Matt Guy just shock us all and lay a back block.
No way. That's not happening. So that was the attempt to push in there. It doesn't work. Bag in hand goes off. So the call was right. First bag block for Frank Maudlin, trying to get some points out of Matt, but able to get all his bags in. And in the running for that, Maudlin goes off to give up another 3.
And that's what makes it tough, Mish, because what happens when you lay a block? Now you're telling Matt Guy, it's my airmail versus your airmail.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that either. Not a fan. Round 11, we'll do a PBR check here. 19-4. Matt Guy in the lead, and there's that 2-point differential you're talking about.
Almost exact. Hey, Frank Maudlin stepping it up, though, from his bracket play, almost a 10. But Matt Guy stepped up his PPR from bracket play to an 11-4. That's ridiculous. That means Matt Guy's only missed a couple bags in this game.
Well, if the board is open, he's not going to miss.
That guy has missed 3 out of 40 bags.
It was that one round he had 2 off to the left, so that's where Frank got his 4. So there's the 2 bags. I don't remember what the other bag he missed was.
37 for 40.
That miss for Frank Maudlin off to the left could be game. It's pretty draggable, Anthony.
Definitely draggable, tied to the board, coming off of a missed airmail in the previous round.
Bag has to be in or Matt is your champion, and Frank Maudlin gets the bag. He's gonna earn himself another round at least. He's not ready to give it to Matt just yet.
To stay alive from Frank Maudlin. Remember, he just came off of a big miss over his own level 1. He's gonna get that one. He's going to prolong this 19-4. Can you imagine digging yourself into a hole 19-4 and coming back on Matt Guy?
I think you retire right there. I think that's it. Go off on a high.
Lock it in. And speaking of bags in a row, we were all impressed with Jace Fleischer a couple days ago. He put 77 of 80 bags in the hole.
It's absolutely insane.
In one game. Unbelievable.
And there's a miss from Matt. He's off to the right. That is out of play. He is stepping out, so apparently not out of play, according to him. He's going to try to work that bag back center. He's got a couple bags to do it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the call.
Yeah, that's an aggressive chase for Matt Guy, but, you know, when you got a 15-point lead, you're just trying a little something to make it interesting, but we're probably going to get another airmail here out of Matt Guy.
Going up. Oh, he does take Frank's bag with him. So now Matt has 1 off the back and 1 off to the right. So big round here for Frank as he does not go in.
Oh, my goodness.
Talk about gifts.
Yeah.
That was not a gift you're going to get from Matt Guy very often.
You got to open that gift. Matt Guy is giving, you're down 19-4. You cannot miss that 2-point bag. I mean, take the 3, but you need 5.
Yeah, so he is going to get 3 there. Could have been 5 in that other round. He could have had 4. Is that what it was? I don't remember. There was another round where he could have had a lot of points. This could be a much closer game. We'll see if Frank can do anything here. He's got that bag way off to the right, completely out of play. If Matt can put all his bags in, this will be it. And there's a good chance you'll see that from Matt Guy. So there's the block attempt. Kind of caught the lip of the board. Step out from Matt Guy to cut around the left side. And he's going to sit center.
That is how Matt Guy has countered the block this season in the pro division. And, man, he has leveled up that full step out. And when you're 1 in and Frank has none in, it's like better there than in, actually. I love that deep get around from Matt Guy.
Now you're going to get a full step out from Frank. He did use a timeout in this one. The shot clock ran out.
He's got to clean it all up just to even have a chance on the last bag.
Oh, no. His bag in hand is off the board, and this is probably going to be it. Matt Guy can go in here. Frank Maudlin's got a bag off, a bag to the right. I think that's just about it, Anthony. No surprise here. Matt Guy takes down senior singles for the 2026 World Championships. He entered the senior division this year, able to do exactly what we thought he would do, and he is your winner. Senior singles. Congrats, Matt Guy. Well, he'll get his trophy. He'll get his pictures. Well-deserved. Frank, great seeing Frank Maudlin on the court. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it was actually great to see kind of a legend versus legend scenario here in senior singles. Always a big fan of Frank Maudlin. Glad to see him out here in the finals. But, man, Matt Guy is just tough to deal with. Add another championship to his belt.
Yeah, you said it. It was the 2 DPR that was going to get in the way. So That's exactly what we saw. That guy celebrating with yet another title for his trophy case. But we'll be moving over to the junior side. Gabriel Clausen, Jace Fleischer will be our next match. We'll see if he can throw all those bags in the hole again. We'll be right back after this.
At Camping World, we're making RV ownership easier than ever. When shopping for your next RV, Camping World Clear Price ensures the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no surprises. Just clear, upfront pricing every time. And we're lowering the price of RV maintenance and install nationwide. Because the easier and more affordable we make RV ownership, the more time you spend camping. Camping World. Customers first, customers forever.
From your favorite athletes to your favorite music, listen to everything you love and so much more with the free iHeartRadio app. From live play-by-play to your favorite game day anthems and the biggest sports podcasts in the world, the iHeartRadio app lets you take it all with you and stay connected to your favorite team wherever you go. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Today is your day, a day to rise, to make your mark, to move forward. What you build becomes part of your story, your land, your livelihood, your legacy. Kubota.
Eye bags, dark spots, wrinkles.
There's one product that can fight them all.
Only one.
Particle face cream. ParticleMin.com.
Engineered for men, made for our skin,
And backed by science, and it actually works.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off.
1 minute in the morning.
And 1 minute at night. Super easy.
Visit ParticleMin.com and use the promo code on your screen to get 25% off, free shipping, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. ParticleMin.com.
Two singles champions have been crowned. We've got one more to go. Junior singles is up on deck. Gabriel Clausen, Jace Fleischer. Looking forward to this match. Women's was about the block game. It was some missed opportunities. Seniors was all about open board, slick side, air mills. Probably going to be a little different here, Anthony.
Oh, much different. If you're a baseball player, we're not talking about fastballs and just changeups. We're going to have some curves, some knuckles, some screwballs. We're going to get them all out of these guys. These guys have the full gamut of shots. And look for them to run bags out of the gate, and it's probably going to be who wants to make the first move into some crafty style of play to squeeze out some points. But if we look at these boys in bracket play, it was absolutely ridiculous. And we just talked about Jace Fleischer, right side of your screen. Had a game where he put 77 of 80 bags in the hole. And how about Gabe Clausen, left side, taking down a pro singles bracket last night. So he's going to be in your final four.
You were the only one that picked him for that bracket.
And it was tough too because he was in Logan Chamberlain's bracket. And Logan Chamberlain ended up not even making it back up to the final. Did he? Was
Yes.
it the losers final? He did make it back up. Yeah, because Gabe and Chamberlain did run into each other for the king seat match. So they played once, dropped down, and then came back up. But yeah, how about Gabe Clausen, man?
But that's the difference, though, is because Gabe won that king seat match, he doesn't have to be, or he has to be double dipped. And I think that's a big difference maker when it comes to which one of those boys was going to walk away with the bracket final. So we'll see Gabe Clausen on the broadcast tomorrow. But we'll see if we can get him yet another junior title. He's got almost all of them this season. Can he get the one at the World Championships? Jace Fleischer is going to be tough. We talked about how they have all the shots, but as you know, they run bags too. They can put all the bags in the hole. It's just a matter of do they want to or do they want to start throwing up blocks, which I'm sure we're going to see. But we are live bags. There's 2 points for Clausen as he continues to put his first bag into the hole.
Yeah, in that bracket play, Jace Fleischer did it the hard way. He had to drop down and work his way back, but he 105 rounds of play versus Gabe Clausen's 61.
Whoa.
So Fleischer almost played twice as many rounds and did that at a 10.83 rate. But what makes Clausen so special is his ability to score in traffic. He led both brackets in outscoring his opponent by a point per round.
And they'll continue to put all the bags in the hole. Another wash there. Score remains 2-0.
Yeah, looking at Gabe Clausen's path through that junior bracket, he pulled a Braden Tucker out of the gate. Tucker got 0 points. He beat Jace Webb, Jackson Gore, and then in the bracket, it was Jackson Gore who came back up and got 0 points in that junior main bracket.
That's tough. Both guys continuing to put every bag into the hole. So who will strike first? Social going into round number 5.
We're going to keep an eye on the body language as this one goes along, because you get 2 different forms. Gabe Clausen just remains like just dead-faced the whole time. He could make the most amazing shot, and he could miss 12 bags in a row. He's going to look the same. It is Jace Fleischer who has so much body language going on. And I don't know, Mish, your thoughts. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, this is your area of expertise. What are your thoughts on that?
That just depends on why there is or isn't body language. If you're suppressing all that emotion and trying to shove it down, that's not going to go well for you. But if it's just not, it's truly not getting you more excited or more bothered, then that's authentic to what you're feeling. On the other side, if you're releasing all that energy because it's swirling inside of you, then the body language is good. If it's taking over, then it's not good. So it really just depends on the why behind why it's happening.
Well, it must be good for Jace Fleischer, because this guy continues to take down brackets, and that's a good lead in. Let's recognize the other bracket winners. Again, 4 brackets in that junior main. We are down to the last 2, but it was Cash Chamness and Zach Aiken. No surprise, 2 top 10 pros in the singles division, also taking down their brackets. Cash only put 4 points on Gabe Clausen in that semifinal, and Zach Aiken only got 8 on Jace Fleischer. So it's easy to say we got the best 2 juniors out of bracket play right here in the final.
It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you see the closer game in one of the semifinals or rounds before, but that's definitely not going to be the case. And there's a miss from Fleischer to give Clausen 2 more.
And Clausen almost made his way into the doubles final as well alongside Ethan Farias. That was a double dip scenario, wasn't it?
They did, and then you're talking about pro doubles. They did make it in junior doubles, but they almost made it in the main bracket as well.
Right, in the main bracket last night. It was on one of the other courts.
And that bag doesn't quite roll over, but you saw the block from Fleischer, so he was doing something to try to force an error. And it looks like you're going to get a step out from Clausen to try to rescue that bag on the right. Doesn't go. Now Clausen's got 2 bags he's going to have to work with. Mid step out here from Fleischer, able to cut around the left side and in. And now here's a slick side collect coming from Clausen. Able to take a couple. Bag on the right is still hanging over, so if Fleischer can go in on the left side of this hole, he can grab himself 2 points, and he does. Great job capitalizing on a miss and also manufacturing that miss by putting that first bag block. So no block here from Fleischer. First bag is in. And we're back to running bags with a 2-point game going into round number 8. Clausen in the lead.
And then, of course, Jace Fleischer did take down a pro bracket the other day in doubles. These are pro doubles alongside Jack McKinney.
Jack McKinney was out of his mind in that last game.
So your pro doubles final four, while we're on the topic, is going to be Logan Chamberlain, Gavin Cano, Jack McKinney, Jace Fleischer. That's going to be your semifinal match. And then you got Colin Hodette and Gage Landis against Jamie Graham and Jacob Trzynski.
Oh, there's the airmail from Clausen. He's going to be able to hit that bag. Stays on the left from Fleischer. So give him 2.
He's got the roll. He's got the slick side. Well, he's got the airmail as well. Bang, backside, and leaving Jace there, sitting at the 9 o'clock. Earns him 2.
It moved too, so it almost dropped. And now that bag is off to the left for Fleischer. Gable should have no problem going around. He also sits center.
He wanted to be in, but he did touch. That was his angle. He wanted to hit Jace as he was coming through, and the reason you want to be side by side like that in that position is it did help Jace collect his bag, and now we've got an error out to the edge for Gabe Clausen. Jace Fleischer could score 2 in this round.
Ooh, that one came in a little hot. So even with that miss from Clausen, if you watched his face, he was basically telling himself it's okay. Oh, went for the drag. Aggressive there from Fleischer. Now he's got a bag off, and points go to Clausen in that round.
If there's one thing we know about Jace Fleischer, he is going to be aggressive on the drag bags. If you remember earlier in the season, he took down an open on the back of a drag bag airmail, and he actually walked off for the win against Sammy Soto, dragging 2 bags off the side on an open board airmail.
And now Clausen left a bag in front. Fleischer hits in and goes a little bit off to the right, so you'll get a little step out from Clausen to sneak around, which he does. Staying center, stick side, no problem collecting for Fleischer to clean it all up.
Yeah, the chat, watching juniors always leaves me in awe. Crazy pace, no hesitation, all the shots, never a marathon, full on sprint. Man, I couldn't agree more.
Well, that's a pretty good description right there.
And that is what makes the junior division so exciting.
(9-2) round 11. We'll do a PPR check. Clausen in the lead. 11.4 and 10.7. Pretty good. 70% of bags in for Clausen. That's what got him the lead. And they're just going to put all the bags in. A little break from having to do some crazy shots. What's going on court 2? A dance party. I think actually Doug from Canada's break dancing. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Let's see what Gabe does with his deep block, and he's just going to push through, replace. That's a beautiful bag.
They're going to continue to put all bags in here. This one in for a wash, and it is. Score remains 9-2, round number 13, Clausen in the lead. Did Cash do anything at Worlds? You must have not watched the team's final last night.
Oh my goodness, was that a crazy finish. Mish, you were on the call on that one.
That was the
you had the best seat in the house.
That was the craziest game.
How about that bar of soap from Kano to keep it alive?
Yeah, so the funny thing is right before I said, when I was calling it, because it had a weird angle, so I was like, he kind of needs to bully. It's kind of a bar of soap is how I was saying it, and then he did. I'm like, never mind, that's just a bar of soap. Forget what I said. It is not a kinda. It is an absolute for certain. All right, so we've got some traffic here on the board. Clausen's got hole control, but Fleischer right on top and goes backside, and it just sticks.
Rolling on top would be a good approach, or just push the pile to pinch it all tighter.
That bag's moving on the back, and there it goes.
Yeah, that's why you wanted to push it. If he could have closed the hole up a little bit, it would have pinned. Man, there's a lot of room back there. Jace Fleischer get 4 out of this?
Oh, he's gonna actually roll, and it just sits on top.
There's that body language we were talking about, shaking of the head. He's not good with 2. He wanted 4. And when we were on the call the other day on the Fleischer match, we were talking so much about how good things were happening for him, but he would still shake his head all the time. So he expects perfection.
And that's the difference. When you saw Clausen miss off to the left, he didn't shake his head in disappointment. You could see he mouthed to himself, "It's okay," with a nod. That's a substantial difference in terms of how you respond to both what works well and a mistake. Will they put up a stream for court 2? We're in the finals. There's nothing else to stream. This is it. Down to the final of women's seniors and juniors as Clausen grabs his bag and takes it all in for a wash. After this will be senior doubles and junior doubles after that. And we'll take a break. There'll be a broadcast, which will be pro doubles and women's open doubles. And then we'll come back later for Tier 1 singles finals. So nothing left to be streaming other than us. Round 15 scores 9-4, Clausen in the lead.
And for that junior doubles that Mish was just talking about, we're going to get Gabe Clausen again. It's going to be Ethan Farias and Gabe Clausen against Madden Franco and Jace Webb.
Fleischer able to go right over that bag and in, and we'll see if Clausen can collect his bag and leave Fleischer on the right to grab a couple points. He's slick side here. And he's not able to go without it. It'll be a wash. Commentary Cup, I believe that will be at some point in this lineup when we're done here with the finals. Who won women's singles? That would be Peyton Haynes. Senior singles went to Matt Guy. And then, like I said, the women's doubles will be on the broadcast.
All right, so later when we have our one person sitting in the stands to watch the Commentary Cup, we know it's going to be Kev.
They don't want to watch it in the building. They want to watch it online.
Oh, God, that's even worse. Who wants to watch a Commentary Cup on TV, Mish?
You are underestimating our entertaining ability.
When you got Gabe Clausen
It's
and
a
Jace
different kind of entertainment, okay? Not a skill entertainment. Okay, let's make fun of the people that we listen to for hours drone on about amazing cornhole players. Different. And that is a bag off to the left for Fleischer. Give Gabe 2. Make it 11-4 in round 17.
Man, you know it's going to be a marathon when your total number of points is less than your rounds. 17 rounds, we've only got 15 total points on the board.
All bags in. They kind of bounce between just running bags and then maybe a block. And they do some things and they run some bags. And that kind of tends to be the flow here. And there you have a social. Clausen can win junior singles, doubles, and open pro singles. Would be a nice payday for Gabe. Yeah, well deserved. He's a really good kid. See, Kathy wants to watch the commentators play. Is the broadcast on ESPN Plus? I believe it's ESPNU. But don't quote me on that. I don't know who's commentating. I don't know if Corey knows. He's got his headset off, so I'll find out. So there's a bag in front for Clausen. Fleischer goes through. He's on the left side, but that's as good as in. And there is a block from Clausen. Great job. Fleischer sneaking around on the right side, leaving it for Clausen to deal with. He'll go slick side, and it doesn't go. He flips over the back. And as you said, Anthony, watch his expression, and then watch Fleischer's expression for going in and getting 2. Couldn't be more polar opposite.
He just threw a 4-bagger.
And got points.
He got points.
And he's frustrated.
And something is upsetting him. He wanted 4 points off of that 4th bag roll. He backloaded the heck out of it. It looked beautiful in the air, but grabbing Clausen coming through, that was not the result he wanted, and he let everybody know.
It's safe to say that Clausen also didn't want to give up 2, but you didn't see it on the face. He wanted the 4 spot. I know he wanted the 4 spot, but hey, you still got 2. And there's the frustration. That bag is off to the right.
I get that one. Shake your head on that one. But
Just
a
an outright
4-bagger
miss.
2? What are we upset about, my man?
What it could have been, Anthony. What
Well,
it could have been.
Okay, if it was a gettable 4 points, that would be a pretty tough roll
Yeah, so there you
to
go.
not take Clausen. I mean, probability-wise, you're, maybe 1 in 10, 2 in 10.
Fair.
So,
Well, we know that Fleischer can do it. You talked about how many bags he got in, missing only 3 bags in what was it, 80? Was it 77 out of 80?
77 out of 80.
So I think that's the expectation.
Well, I mean, Clausen could have that same expectation. How about his bracket final against Jackson Gore? He missed 1 bag the whole game.
It's brutal. That is brutal. All right, it says ESPN Plus, 6 p.m. Eastern, then Pro Doubles Finals, Women's Finals, ESPN 2. Oh, there you go. Fantastic. All bags in. Score remains 13-6. As soon as they enter it, we'll get a PPR check as they head down to the side of the court. And there it is. All right, let's check out those PPRs. Round 21. 11.3 from Clausen, 10.95 from Fleischer, 75% bags in for Gabe.
It's just crazy, man. I mean, these juniors continue to raise the level of play in the sport of cornhole. And really, the front runners in innovating new stuff. When we talk about the bar of soap and we see shots like last night from Gavin Cano where you're just like, sometimes you don't even see him coming and you're like, wow, that was really clever how they set that up.
Oh, yeah, I said that. The cornhole IQ is insane. We're supposed to be, all bags in there, a great round for these guys. We're supposed to be analysts, right? We're supposed to be able to analyze all the shots, and they still do things that we don't think of. Their IQ is so high, their strategy is so good, that they will surprise us, the people calling the games.
It's almost not even like we're not thinking about it. We just don't see the possibility. So you might see the shot, but you're not going to call it because it's like, then when it happens, like, oh my gosh, he actually did that.
You don't want to sound stupid. It's like, well, he's not going to go for that. That would be crazy. And then, no, they did.
Like right now, we know you can cut and you can reverse cut, right? We know you can roll, but what about a reverse roll? Like, it's possible, but we're actually starting to see some pros implement a reverse roll.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe Clausen went around that bag on the right and left it there, and then Fleischer goes in and it still doesn't go. I can't believe that bag didn't fall. 2 more points for Clausen, make it 15-6.
So, like, eventually we might see, I mean, if we're talking about continuing to evolve the game, why wouldn't we see players rotate the bag the opposite way? Why wouldn't we see them switch pitch?
I've even heard
put
them
it in
say,
their left hand.
yeah, I've heard them say they want to learn how to throw in different hands. We've talked about sometimes the benefits of being a left-handed thrower and where the bag placement is.
We know from Landon Crabtree, you can rotate the bag in the opposite direction. So why won't these players start working both directions?
I think
both hands.
I think we'll see it. I don't know how long it will take, but I think we'll see it. So we got some traffic on the board here. Clausen's got 2 bags in front. Fleischer's got 1 back block behind that and 1 on the back corner left. Clausen's staying center stick side. Goes for the roll, hits the backside. He loves it. He's going to keep his bag in the front for Fleischer to have to deal with. Going up. It looked deep, and it was. That bag goes off the back.
Pusher airmail. The slick side is available up the right side. Let's see if he stays tight. Looks like we're going to get an airmail out of Gabe Clausen.
Up and in, and it hits actually the blue bag and sits on top of the bags, but tough call for Clausen. You can see him kind of laugh it off. He can't believe that happened. And now Fleischer has a decision to make.
That does protect the airmail, though. That would be a crazy airmail. He's going to roll instead, Mish. That would, oh my, 2 for 1.
All the bags go. They were, you know, pretty much in the hole, like 40% in the hole, but you never know. That is going to put him on 20. That is a painful round for Jace Fleischer.
Here's that airmail from Gabe Clausen, just bang, sticks. Fleischer coming behind the roll was very, very aggressive, and here it is. I mean, remember earlier in the round he shot an open board airmail drag with Clausen's bag sitting on top of it. So that aggression not serving him well in this match has cost him a bunch of points.
Saw the first bag block from Fleischer, trying to force error from Clausen. Otherwise, Clausen 1 point away from being the juniors world champion. Has to be in. Ooh, and it is. That was on the right side.
He was ready to knuckle up on that one. Yeah, that was way out to the right, getting a little love from his BGs. This kid on your left, the left of the screen, man, Gabe Clausen. Get ready for him to just add stacks of titles. There is no doubt he's going to be one of the best players in this game. We could start talking about Gabe Clausen as possibly the #1 player in the pro division next year. If he wasn't a junior, if he didn't have to deal with what it takes to just make it to the pro brackets, we would certainly be talking about Gabe Clausen as possibly an MVP or a #1 player in the world. That is how talented he is. You got Clausen in the pro singles final four. Clausen in the juniors singles final, juniors doubles final. And he was 1 game away from making it in doubles as well alongside Ethan Farias. I mean, what formats are left? He's like in bracket finals of everything.
Has to be in from Fleischer, and it is. He'll hang on another round. I didn't hear what you said because Corey was talking to me, but Anthony agrees.
Hey, you know us Anthonys, we stick together.
You gotta stick together. I'm sure it was brilliant, everything you said. Has to remain perfect here from Fleischer to keep hanging on and hope for a miss from Clausen, and there's the mistake. It's off right. It is barely over the red zone. I don't know if you can work that bag back in. So there's a block. That's the better call. Gabe gets around and sits on the left side.
Possible.
It's possible. Slick side. Oh no, and it gets hung up on the back. That looked like it was going to be it, Anthony. I thought he's going to be able to avoid that bag on the left. He's not able to. And Gabriel Clausen is your 2026 junior world champion. He got all the titles this season, and he got the biggest one that matters the most. job, Clausen, well deserved. And he'll get his pictures and all the things, and as he does that, we will let you know what's coming up next. So we have senior and junior doubles coming up. We're going to say goodbye to ESPN Plus, but just very briefly. We're going to come right back on, but for Facebook and YouTube, keep hanging out with us. We've got more coming for you. Congrats to all of our winners, Peyton Haynes, Matt Guy, Gabe Clausen. Doubles coming up next, right after this.
At Camping World, we're making
He's going to push this. He's going to try to push this off the board. And he does! What a shot by Jamie Graham! The and one! Get off my board! to hit an airmail. Hits it on the backside.
It's going to be 2 to win it for Smith and Richards, the greatest team that the sport has ever seen. Watch this again.
And the 2026 World Championship continues on as we're here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center. We just finished off our singles for women's, seniors, juniors, and now it's time to go to doubles. And these seniors are ready to go. We actually just had 2 of them in the singles. Matt Guy versus Frank Maudlin. Matt Guy took that one, and now they'll partner up to play. And we're going to see Matt Guy throw some game changers, Anthony.
Yeah, we're going to see Matt Guy, and no guarantees who's going to win it, right? But there is a guarantee you're going to get Matt Guy in a seniors final, and you're going to get Gabe Clausen in a juniors final.
That's what they say. It's just death, taxes, and Matt Guy in seniors and Gabe Clausen in juniors.
And how about this? Your seniors singles final. Matt Guy and Frank Maudlin. They're going to team up for doubles. Jerry Armstrong and Lou Kite are going to have their hands full.
I guess the only saving grace, if you're playing against them, is that Matt Guy is not throwing his own bags. If that makes a big difference, I don't know. But it's just something to keep in mind.
I tell you what, when we're getting technical into the game of cornhole, it makes a huge difference for me to feel a patch on the other side of the bag.
I would agree with that.
You got 2 different materials, and there it is. Frank Maudlin actually has the patch in his hand.
Is he going to block?
It's something you have to get used to. It messes with me. But actually, I won the Colorado State Singles Championship with Game Changers, and I didn't even throw them. I was throwing slide rights at the time. We ended up with 200 baggers in the building, and I was throwing slide rights.
Why slide rights?
So, well, this was back in 2018.
Okay.
Game Changers just came out. So you can imagine how just gunky the boards got. Those slide rights would not move.
Swayed.
So I win my first match, but barely. I mean, it was just chunky. And I turned to a guy, and he had this black sweaty set of Game Changers, and he wasn't using them. I'm like, you mind if I just throw those a few times? I went down and back a couple times, got called up on the next board, took those bags with me. Ended up
called an
running,
audible, huh?
Ran through the bracket, ended up winning that state championship with Game Changers. I didn't even throw those things.
Hey, all cornhole, you should clip that story, and there's your new commercial. That's the best endorsement I've ever heard.
Uh-oh.
Looks like our truck there, Corey, wants to play with them today in the Commentators Cup. Some old school Game Changers. Maybe Frank Maudlin will let you use his. Got 2 bags off to the right for Armstrong, so Matt can go in for 4. And he does. Make it 6. Nope, sorry, make it 4-2, round number 4. Armstrong and Kite able to capitalize on that last 4th bag miss from Maudlin. I saw that was stick side, which was surprising for his 4th bag not to be slick. And he is throwing all stick. Do you think they had a conversation after singles?
Yeah, and it could just be a matchup against the guy standing next to him. I mean, if you want to block the heck out of him and force him to push through, I think that's a great strategy.
Yeah, but he did it on the 4th bag. Maudlin threw his 4th bag, last bag of the round, 8, on stick side.
And here's the thing. I bet the difference in his speeds with that patch, he's probably got like a 4, 5 on the slow and a 9. So going to a slick side on your 4th bag, I think you have huge adjustments.
I would agree with that. But we'll see. He is continuing to throw patch side down. I don't know if it's because of Clue Kite or because Matt Guy said, let's try the stick side. See how that goes. You lost in singles. Do something different, but who knows?
And to be specific, those are going to be the evolutions. So that patch is in a circle shape.
Yeah,
and there's different sizes. So
the
Maudlin,
old school was the square patch. That's what you threw, right?
That's right. Yeah, I threw the square old patch, but now you could play with the size of that patch, so you change how much suede you have on that stick side. That looks like the larger side because they go down to like a 2.5, I believe. There's a 2.5, a 3, 3.5, 4. There might be a 4.5, and that's the inches of the diameter of that circle.
That guy going up, and it was short. And so the block works. I don't know if it was an intentional block because it is on slick. And the block works on himself, unfortunately. So Armstrong will go off to the right, but that guy has that bag off from the missed airmail, and he'll try again. This time he does hit it. And will attempt that cleanup again and able to hit it on the second time. You always wonder, why can't I do it the first time? What the heck?
Yeah, and we can actually really geek out. I mean, we're getting really geeky here, Mish, but
oh boy.
I built a temperature and humidity chamber. It holds a full 2x4 ACL board inside, and I measured the speed of each of those evolution size patches. And you basically take this machine that's a drag coefficient measure and you pull it down the board and it measures how much resistance the bag is giving you. How much is it resisting the pull?
This really is the lab.
Oh, and you actually get the coefficient of frictions out of them, and you can see a 2.5 versus a 3, a 3.5 versus a 4. How much more resistance you get by the size of the suede, and you could see it perfectly mapped out into a graph. So it does work. The theory does work.
That's absolutely crazy. I followed about half of that.
Yeah.
Slick side down here, center, looking to collect, unable to do so, flies off the back, and now Maudlin has 2 bags off to the right. I don't see him able to get those, especially with Kite's bag center.
This is an airmail all day for Maudlin, but keep in mind he does have a roll bag, but with that sitting slick side, I would shoot the airmail.
He is not. He went roll.
Oh!
Nasty Frank Maudlin. Look at the game changer roll.
Let's go, Frank Maudlin. We knew he had the roll bag in his hand. I was just a little nervous with that black bag sitting slick side down,
He
but
barely touched it. He used the right.
He used his bag. He actually hit his bag to kind of get over the top. What a shot for Frank Maudlin.
Breaking news, Matt Guy says he's going to roll the game changer. I am here to see it. 5-3 in round number 7. Guy Maudlin in the lead with that one. And there is a block from Matt Guy.
And here's the difference between Matt Guy's roll. Watch him roll it slick side. If he is able to create a pile of traffic in the front, he's probably going to do it with the slick side of a game changer. That's crazy.
It's absolutely insane.
It's actually a shot that his son Brett Guy has been working on all year, is the slick side roll.
Right, so you can teach an old dog new tricks, even from the young pup. That's hard to do sometimes.
Actually, it might have been a year ago today where it was Ethan Walker teaching Matt Guy how to roll a bag.
That's amazing. We're going to get all bags in there. That'll be a wash. Score remains 5-3 in round number 8. Guy Maudlin. And that guy doing just fine with these bags that he probably's never thrown. There we go, side by side. Maudlin looking to, looks like collect his bag, but he is staying stick side. And that bag is able to hop over. Kite tries to pick up the bags on the right, but they get hung up, and now we see a full step out from Maudlin. That was slick side, but just getting a little clog there around the hole. We got 2 bags on each side and now 1 in front. Full step out from Kite. Bumps both his bags in, hangs out there on the right, and now we'll see if Maudlin can do something on his side. Slick side down. Oh, he does grab one, but the other one goes over and sits on top of Kite's bag. Should see slick side down the center. Oh, and it's too much. It flies off the back of the board.
That is the downside of not having a flat bag. That thing just landed on an edge, and you essentially get a roll out of it, and it just skipped the entire hole with the speed of that slick side.
I really do hope we get some traffic on this side to see that Matt guy roll. I'm excited for it. Can he resist not throwing the airmail, though? That's the question.
He might just shoot it out of, like, muscle memory. Like,
that's what I mean. That's what he does, right?
He's going to have to consciously tell himself not to shoot the airmail.
Level 1 block, airmail. (6-3) round number 10. Guy Maudlin in the lead. Maudlin with first bag. He's still staying stick side. Looks like he's committed to that for this game. That one doesn't quite get there. It's left. Kite has no problem getting around it, and now we see that step out as Maudlin has to rescue this bag on the left.
At the pro level, we would see players pick the bag off the right side. He's going to stay center. He did pick it off the right, stay in center. That is perfect. Now Maudlin has to deal with his own bag here.
He's still staying stick.
Do not like stick in this situation.
Side rail from Frank Maudlin. He's going to stay out on the outside of the box and try it again. And now probably going to step back in as that bag goes off left from Kite.
Folks, if you were picking a bag off of the opposite board on a reverse collect, 90% of the time you're going to be slick side.
Step out to get around the right side, and that one's also too far left. So they'll both have two bags on the board, but Maudlin has that one off, so they'll give him 3 points. Tie the game up at 6. Going into round 11, we'll do a PPR check. An 11 from Mac Guy and an 8.6 from Frank Maudlin. 10.4 from Jerry Armstrong and 9.2 from Clue Kite. No doubt about it, that differential you were talking about with Maudlin and Guy is showing up here as they partner up.
Yeah, stick side of that bag just not working for Frank Maudlin. I say you just flip it over and end this match. I mean, they're going to be your hands-down favorites. You don't want to keep Armstrong and Kite into this too long.
All bags in. Tell us facts about Armstrong and Kite. Well, Jerry Armstrong likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners. I don't know if you knew that. And Clue Kite likes sailing, horseback riding, and painting.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting combo.
He's a man of many talents.
And a nice Chianti.
You know what? Throw that in. Why not? No, I don't have facts about them, but I'm sure you guys do.
This is actually the first time I've ever seen Kite in Armstrong.
We saw Clue Kite in the previous rounds, but I don't think I saw Jerry Armstrong on either of the courts. Corey said Jerry Armstrong made some runs in the first couple opens of the season. Able to sneak in there, and now Maudlin's got a bag on back and a bag in front and left. See if he can collect here. He did go slick side that time. Unable to get it, goes over the hole. That's more points in the direction of Armstrong and Kite in the matter of 6 points.
Hey, props to Armstrong and Kite putting the pressure on Guy and Maudlin. It's going to be Maudlin that needs to figure something out. Matt Guy is definitely doing his work on his side of the board. And Armstrong matching Matt Guy's 11 with an impressive 10.67. So he's doing some work over there as well, and a chance to get 2 points if he can clean up here with the slick side.
And he can, and that's rare that you're going to get a miss like that from Matt Guy, and that bag is out of play on the left. So guaranteed at least 2 if you can put your bag in. And he does not. That is off to the right, and like I said, you're not going to get many chances to score on Matt Guy, and that's going to be a wash. Score remains 12-6. Round 14, Armstrong Kite in the lead.
Shout out to some senior legends while we're here at Worlds in the Pro Seniors Doubles Final. How about Damon Dennis and Philip Hayden? They have done some work in this building, pulled down a bunch of senior titles over their career. Some of the best airmailers you ever see in the game. Jimmy McGuffin, also one of those guys.
Jimmy McGuffin could throw every airmail in. He used to practice over his grandkids, so he couldn't miss.
How about Rocky? Another legend who did a bunch of work.
Yeah, Rocky was the best.
Not just in the senior division, but in the pro division as well.
Okay, chat, I missed one bag. It's gonna be okay. It's okay. Everyone's gonna be fine.
Frank Modlin gonna give up more points.
This has got to be frustrating for Matt Guy. He's doing everything he can on his side, and Modlin just bleeding points. Oh, and that bag goes off.
Oh my goodness.
How does that bag go off?
Kite in for a 7-point to sit on 19.
And he does, and that's huge. Great job for Kite to capitalize on those mistakes. Modlin just not able to get those bags in.
Here's the deal, sitting on 19. You know the bags have to go down back to Frank Modlin. Matt Guy, I guess he could win off a 12-0. It's possible. So the bags are going to go back to Frank Modlin at some point. He has got to figure it out here in round 15-16.
I feel like if you're Matt Guy, you want to figure out some way to get a huge round and give you some insurance to get the bags back. He's going to have to close it out on that side. Oh, I stand corrected. That bag is off to the right, and now Armstrong has a chance to close it out. Oh my goodness, and that's probably gonna be, I don't know how you get this bag in. He's got full step out. That's barely over the red zone. And that's gonna be it. Jerry Armstrong, Klug Kite, your senior doubles champions in the 2026 World Championship. Great job for them. Matt Guy did everything he could. Modlin just couldn't find it. I don't like that he switched to the slow side of the bag. I think that was a huge difference, and we now have our world champions. Pretty sweet looking trophies there. They get their accolades. Congratulations to them, but we're not done. We got junior doubles coming up next. Don't go anywhere. one more finals, one more crown going out, and that is the junior doubles. We got our singles matches done. We got Peyton Haynes for women's singles, Matt Guy for senior singles, Gabe Clausen for junior singles. We just saw our seniors match go to Jerry Armstrong and Clue Kite. Can Clausen grab himself another title here at the World Championships for doubles? We will find out. He will play with Emax, Ethan Farias, against Madden Franco and not Ethan, Jace Webb. Jace Webb actually with bags in his hand right now. They are still warming up here as we get underway. Impressive performance from all these kids all week long. We saw them go deep in all the brackets, pro singles, pro doubles. Clausen earned his ticket in pro singles to the broadcast tomorrow.
Just looking at the path for these boys a little bit here, man, and you talk about that juniors division, they are absolutely stacked. Extra props for Ethan Farias and Gabe Clausen having to go through Jack McKinney and Jace Fleischer in a juniors bracket just to get here. And then in the final, that was the king seat match. They get that one. And in the final, it was Cameron D'Ambrosia and Mason Trader making it up. And they win that one in dominating fashion, 22-9. But also, mad props to Madden Franco and Jace Webb. They went through the pro doubles team of Jackson Gore and Zach Aiken in that final. Certainly earning their spot here in the finals.
This is going to be your first live bag as Jace Webb gets it started. His first bag is in. Ethan Farias on the other side in red.
Ethan Farias, probably one of my favorite bags in flight. Definitely top 3.
That's the ultimate compliment coming from you.
Oh my goodness, this kid's release, it just pops out of his hand. He's got max rotation. He's probably getting 5 full rotations before the bag hits the board. And in general, just your normal pro is somewhere between 3 and 4, 3.5. So to get an entire rotation in the short amount of time that that bag is in the air, I mean, it is zipping. The only other players where you'll typically see north of 5, like a Devin Harbaugh whips it really good. He'll get 5+ rotations. Chase White, I don't know if you remember him. He was the world champion from juniors last year. He zips.
I'll continue to put all bags in here so far.
Did Chamberlain make any finals? Yes. We're going to see him in the finals of doubles alongside Gavin Cano.
Gavin Cano was really good on the broadcast for pro teams last night. I was happy to see the confident version of him there. If that's what he brings later today, I think that's going to be pretty difficult to beat. And there's a reset from Webb.
And that is something that he's been dealing with throughout the entire tournament. So Jace Webb just going to be working through that check. We've been seeing that a lot, Mish. Cash Chamness has been doing it a bunch as well. We saw Caitlin Allshouse come out this season checking, Tony Smith checking. I mean, we're talking some of the best players in the game kind of working through just releasing the bag, which is wild. And you think these guys are throwing tens of thousands of bags a year. And I mean, that's definitely right up your alley on what is that? What is going on in your brain that it just won't let you actually release a bag?
It's not really the brain, it's the nervous system. It's the freeze response. So when you get locked up like that, that's that freeze, you're immobile. And you're gonna see that, you know, most people are gonna be fight or flight. We see it all the time. People kicking things, throwing bags, getting angry, frustrated. Oh, what a great collect there from Clausen to grab everything. Madden Franco's got a bag on the back. And another one off to the left. Clausen able to go in and not touch that bag on back. We'll see if Franco just goes in or goes for it. He is going to concede the 4 points.
Let's take a look at that Clausen shot. Look at this. 4 bags going in the hole at the same time, and actually them not wedging was huge. That got him 4 points out of that round. It was Madden Franco crossing his fingers, being please wedge, please wedge.
It looked like a wedge to me, I have to be honest, but great bag. 6-0 round 5, and now that one's off to the right for Farias. But just to finish the thought, so you see the fight response. And the other one I see quite a bit is the flight, and that's when you see the players give up mid-game. So fight, flight, freeze, and we've been seeing a whole lot of freeze this season. And all that means is that the nervous system detects some kind of threat, whether that's from a thought, a feeling, or a body sensation. And the key there is to challenge yourself instead of feel threatened by what's happening inside of your body and your brain. And that one comes up short for Webb. It's going to be a wash.
Took a little extra time on that 4th bag. Again, he's mentally just trying to work through releasing the bag, and it ends up coming up short, costing him 2 points. Shout out to ACL pro Chad Hunt sitting there in the background. He must be here to support one of his dudes, I would guess. He's going to be out of the Carolina area. Chad Hunt coming on the radar first for me when he took down one of the opens with Jamie Graham a couple years back, and a miss by Madden Franco. That's going to be another 4-spot, Mish.
It's running away. Got to be careful. 10-0. Momentum is all on the other side. Does your lead foot have to remain planted until your bag stops? It just can't cross the line. As long as you're within your box. So even with that little hitch, he is still able to put it in. And that's what I notice is they can feel that stop, but then they tend to do a good job of a quick reset. You see the deep breath right before he throws after he gets into that sort of mid point and then take it back.
Man, I'm feeling for my little dude right here, watching him just struggling through this, man. Oh, man, I feel so bad.
Those are some deep chest breaths. We want to see deep belly breaths. That's more on the side that you want to be on to relax the body a little bit more. But he is smiling, so he's talking to someone in the audience, and hopefully that alleviates some of that pressure.
Tell you what, though, once he releases that bag, that is a pro-quality bag in the air. That bag is beautiful.
It's not a matter of does he have the skill. It's just a matter of does he going to get in the way.
A little bit shallower, a little smile from Clausen. That's not where he wanted it, but it's going to pay off. He could get 2 points on this. Slick side push coming in on bag 3 to sit 9.
Madden just having a hard time keeping the bags in front or in the hole. They tend to keep going to the back. It is slick slide on the back of the hole, so it could move in. But Clausen did a good job of avoiding that and staying front. Hit it again. I think you can go. And there it goes. So that'll be a wash. Score remains 10-0.
Gosh, Madden Franco's bag is good, too. All these juniors have great bags.
It's stupid.
It's just how loaded it is. Franco's bag loaded. Farias' bag loaded. Now, Clausen throws a bit of a slower rotating bag. Still looks beautiful in the air, but, yeah, Franco, man, his bag looks great, too.
That
I feel
one
like
is
he's
short.
feeling rushed now. Like
Well,
when he
yeah,
checks
so
a couple times, he's feeling rushed.
I was going to say, so he has, you know, everyone has a pre-shot routine. It might only be a second or two, but I noticed with the second hitch, he didn't do his full routine. He's worried about the time. That's still gonna work. He went around his bag and used that bag, that miss from Farias to go in, and there's another miss from Farias. It is over the red zone.
Go get your 4 points, boy. Here's a push on bag 3, just like Clausen had in the previous round.
Wow, it's such a good job. It's crazy how he can look so stressed and still be able to deliver.
Five seconds on the clock.
Oh, and it comes up left. Still going to be a couple points. It'll get him on the board. 10-2.
Beautiful slick side for Webb. That was the hard shot. It was the open board on bag 4 he missed. So
well,
another 2 points left on the boards there.
You got to think if you're human, you're going to say, oh man, I can get 4 points right here, right? That's typically the thought that happens that makes that last shot so much harder. Now you're coming out of the present moment into the future. If you could stay right there with that bag, it is an easy bag. Woo, and that one almost sticks to the back of the hole, but able to drip in. It'll be another wash. 10-2, round 11. We'll do a PPR check, see where these boys are at. Wow, I'm not going to talk about Clausen. Ethan Farias, 10.8. Jace Webb, 10.8. Madden Franco, 10.4. That's with a hitch. It's absolutely insane.
10s and 12s, just crazy.
And that bag is off to the left. Ethan Farias able to go in. Slick side down for the collect. Isn't able to touch the bag, but bag in hand goes in. Wow, great job.
Oh, that's so good. Inside arm, again, we talked about it earlier. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be slick side to collect those opposite boards. Shot out to Cash Chamness there in the back right screen. Watching his boys and juniors here doing work.
And that bag is in. Webb did everything he could do on his side. And that bag comes up short for Farias on the right, so that's going to be 2 more points for Webb.
And here's that collect. Look at it. Logo down. He's coming in hot with slick, and bam, perfect line. Let the hole help you. You just want to get it all up into the left side of the hole and let that edge pull everything back in.
Yeah, Justin says, considering younger people are less equipped to properly respond to stressful situations, especially new generations, he's showing phenomenal composure. I couldn't agree more. It's actually why I'm moving into my new job, is so that I could teach young kids exactly those skills.
Better there than in. Love that bag.
Gonna get a sort of half step out here from Franco as he goes slick side, and he actually goes off towards the back and drops Clausen's bag in.
Oh my goodness, a 4 spot here for Clausen. That is so unfortunate for Madden Franco. A couple bad breaks in this match, and we saw how well he was throwing. If he didn't have those bad breaks, we might be looking at Madden Franco throwing a 12.0 just like Clausen. Wild.
That has been the name of the game for Madden. It's just unlucky. Things are just not working in his favor. He's doing all the things he can on his side, and it's not even mistakes. It's just the bags are just not working for him. There's the deep breath. There's the reset. So I like that he goes back to putting the bag under the pile of bags. That's the start of the pre-shot routine. I think if he does that, when he has that hitch, it's a better situation for him, but I know it takes a little bit longer. But he's quick anyway, so he's really not burning the whole shot clock.
Actually, because of this that he's dealing with, if I was Jace Webb, I would hold 1 bag at a time, just so I don't have to deal with 3 other pounds of stuff in my hand, and I'm just focusing on that 1 bag.
That's a good point. Does Cash compete in junior doubles? No, this is the final. So this is to crown our champion.
He was definitely rushed on that one. The shot clock hit 1 second. You saw him kind of go out and release.
There is a shot clock that is to the left of Franco. I think that's what he's looking at when he looks up from his hitch. It's the shallow breathing that is concerning for me. It's not a full deep breath. I mean, it works. That's what's so crazy. Get himself 2. But I think if he can get a full breath from all the way down to his belly, it could be a different scenario for resetting.
Man, put yourself in this guy's shoes and just the timing of it. Like, all the grind, all the work, and you got this date on your calendar where you're going to be at Worlds, and then you're like, oh my God. Now's the time that this happens?
Can we wait until right when the season ends and I can have time to work on it? Does it have to be at the biggest point of my career? All right, 14-6. Oh, 16-6, round 15.
Question from the chat, was he always throwing like this? No. So yeah, this is just something new mentally. And here's the thing, it's not just Jace Webb. We are seeing this so often. Cash Chamness showing up to Worlds with it. We had Riley Schaff.
Yep.
We had, that one was so bad where she took multiple timeouts in a row just to throw a bag. I mean, yeah, this is the mental side of the game really showing itself.
Yeah, I am going to, just point out that for the person that said I can't stand watching this throw the bag, we are not talking about choice. This is a complete something he can't control. This is the nervous system taking over and doing what it thinks it needs to do, which is not throw the bag because it's creating stress inside of the body. So I think we need to give a little grace here for a human who's under stress, especially the fact that it's a kid.
And there's the timeout we were talking about. That shot clock hit 0. And he's got 4 of these to work with. So Matt and Franco being a great partner, he's like, yeah, my man, let's use this timeout. Let's work through it.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to do like some jumping jacks or jumping up and down, like something that shifts the energy, because all that nervous energy is swirling inside of him. I'd like to see him release it because then I think it could help shift into a more comfortable state. Well, you're never comfortable, but more comfortable. He's got I want him to just take a deep breath. Just one big deep breath. Shoulders up to the ears, release it down, let it all go. Oh, and he does it. He collects all the bags. That's what's so crazy. He's got all the talent, all the skill. It's right there. Score is 16-6, round 15. Farius Clausen in the lead. And that bag is off to the right. Farius able to go in. And that one goes over the hole, and that's 4. Make it 20-6.
Man, I'm so proud of this kid. He fought through this one, took a timeout, reverse, collect. My man is going through it and still hitting some unbelievable shots. And like you were saying, Mish, sometimes he never gets back to the start of his swing, so he's kind of coming out of a weird position and still able to hit shots like that.
I mean, just to paint a picture, imagine feeling the most uncomfortable you've ever felt, and everybody's watching it.
Unbelievable.
Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you're just a complete emotional breakdown, and an audience is watching you as you're going through it.
And you got this stupid red clock in your face going 10,
I won't even
9,
let
8.
someone see me cry. Even my own husband, I still bury my face. I don't want to be witnessed in my emotion, and he is just out there on display. And I just think we have to remember that and have some grace. Just reminding how many timeouts they have. Wow, I can't believe the lack of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sympathy?
Sympathy, empathy, understanding in the chat. I'm actually really disappointed. Oh, and that one just bounces over a little too much on it.
That roll looked beautiful in the air. Nice back load. Just a little too deep on his mark there. Look for him to cut in around the right side, replace Farias' bag on the right side. That's a way to get back into this round. That would force Farias to clean up Slick side.
There's no king seat in this game. This is the final, so they each won their brackets, and now they just face off to crown the champion.
Yeah, these are your bracket winners, so we've already worked our way through brackets. The last two teams standing.
There's a timeout, so they said he had 2 more when he took that last one.
I think your only chance here is to shoot the and one.
Yeah, as he was walking, he said, I have to shoot it.
And then cross your fingers on an open board miss from Farias on bag 4.
Big bag here from Webb. And he goes up. Oh, and he hits the bag, but it goes off the back. And that is just about it. There you go, bag in for Farias. And that's the last bag of the game for Farias and Clausen. Webb is going to go in, but it's too late. That is going to do it. So Gabriel Clausen grabs himself another piece of hardware alongside Ethan Farias, and they are your junior doubles world champions. Congratulations to those guys. Well fought, well deserved. We're not done seeing Clausen either.
How about a shout out to Peyton Haynes taking down women's, Matt Guy and seniors. We saw Clausen sweep juniors. And then the surprise upset, Kite and Armstrong taking down senior doubles. Take a picture of these boys. We're going to see them a lot more. Some of the best in the game, tons of talent. These boys are not done.
Definitely not done. Great performance for them. We had a bunch of great matches here. We had women's, seniors, juniors. For our singles, we had seniors and juniors for our doubles. Women's doubles will be on the broadcast a little bit later, but that will do it here for Anthony and I. We are going to close it out. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back later tonight for Tier 1 singles, and we'll see you then.